Culture Me.
Hello, I'm Alisa from School of Liberal Arts, Sukhothai Thammathirat Open University.
And I'm Jay. Welcome to Culture Me, where we discuss cultural issues and differences. Please feel free to contact us with any questions or comments at stoucultureme@gmail.com.
สวัสดีค่ะวันนี้ก็เป็นรายการที่7แล้วนะคะสำหรับ Culture Me Show ของเรานะคะก็วันนี้เราจะพูดกันถึงเรื่องการเดินทางนะคะมารยาทในการเดินทางนะคะอาจารย์เจ nowadays people travel a lot isn't it it's not very difficult as in the old days นะคะ
It's much easier and much more people are flying. The cost of flying is a lot lower than it used to be.
So what do you think we should be aware of some etiquette
Yes,
or what we should do and not do in while traveling.
Yes, there are definite travel etiquette rules when on a plane, even on a bus, but also at the airport. There's just things that you should and should not do to make everyone comfortable. That's the whole point of etiquette, is so that everyone, all of society, is comfortable and not annoyed.
Ajahn, give us some examples.
Okay, well, on a plane, when you are boarding the plane and going down the aisle, if you have a carry-on or even a large purse, carry it in front of you. Don't carry it on your shoulder. You're going to hit someone on the head. Carry it in front of you and as low as you can. And when you're if you have a carry-on, use the bin that's above your seat, not just any random place on the plane. It's considered rude to just put it anywhere. Put it above your seat. That's your area. And this one is often a big complaint from travelers. Don't recline your seat until it's the appropriate time. Some people, as soon as they get on board, they act like they
want to sleep.
They just automatically recline like they're at home. You're not at home. You're on a plane. It's a small space with a lot of people. So either wait until you're told that it's okay to recline, or when they tell you that you can roam around the plane, that's when it's okay to recline your seat.
Ajahn, if you have problems, people breaking this etiquette, what should you do? Go and punch them in the face?
You should really not in most cases not approach them. You should ask the flight attendant. Tell the flight attendant that there's a problem. That's part of their job. I mean, they have a difficult job, but that's part of their job, is to make sure that everyone is behaving.
And how about avoiding grabbing the back of the seat in front of you? What's that about?
That's when someone wants to get up, and because it's a small space, they grab the seat in front of them and pull themselves up. Well, if you're in that seat that's in front, you're being jerked back, and you might be eating, you might be drinking, and it's really rude. So what you're supposed to do is you could push down on your armrest to help get yourself up, but do not pull the seat in front of you.
So the idea is like respecting other people's space.
Exactly.
But what about respect your personal space, Ajahn?
Everyone should try to respect each other's space. It's planes are small. They're so small.
Especially business class.
You just don't have a lot of room, and so you want to make everyone as comfortable as possible. If you have belongings, keep them in your area. Keep them under your feet, not in the person next to you's space.
And what about this? Avoid hogging the eye, Ajahn.
Yeah, some people lean out into the aisle. If they have an aisle seat on the plane, they lean out and or have their sometimes they actually put some of their belongings out in the aisle. It isn't safe, and it's not considerate for other people. And also the armrests. Some people like to use both. And then if the person in the middle sometimes doesn't get to use the armrests at all. So just be mindful when you're using the armrests that you're using what's yours and not your neighbor's.
อาจารย์ so this is like on the plane.
Yes.
What about when you want to it's time to exit the plane now?
When it's time to get off the plane, be very careful when you're getting your carry-ons from the overhead bin, because often they've moved and they might fall and hit you or someone else on the head. And it's very, very important to not rush off, try to be the first one off the plane. The proper rule is that the seats that are closest to the exit door, those are allowed to get off first. So you have to wait your turn. You wait until the people in front of you have gone and gotten off. Some people try to, butt in and into the aisle, and it's not polite, and it can cause a dangerous situation. And also, if you do have a lot of big carry-on luggage and it's bulky and it takes time to get out, wait to be the last one off. Wait to be the last
I
one
want to
off.
get home.
Then don't take so much luggage.
Okay, then now we are off the plane to the airport. What about the airport etiquette that we should be aware of?
Well, when you get to the airport, like before you board the plane, make sure that you wait in a single file line. Some people, sort of form lines more like a group or something. No. Single file, one person at a time. And have all of your documents ready, your passport or whatever identification, your ticket, everything that you need. People sometimes get upset when the person in front of them, they're waiting, and then they suddenly have to go through their pockets or their purse to look for everything. And
it takes time.
It takes
ages.
time. Yeah. And some people, might be running a little late, and so... Yeah.
I think this is very important. Listen and follow instructions,
Yes.
Very important.
Following instructions, there's so much extra security in airports now. And so it's very important to just listen to what the security people are asking you. And they're just doing their jobs. So, just relax, try to be polite, and
What kind of words should we remember to always use, Ajahn?
They ask such different questions now. And sometimes they ask some things that I'm not familiar with. So if you don't understand, I'm sorry, could you repeat that? Or I'm sorry, I don't understand. I have had to ask that because sometimes they ask, some pretty different questions now.
And don't forget, please and thank you.
Please and thank you are always good.
Always good.
And when you're in the airport, you're inside. Okay, so you don't need to scream or, some people, you hear them and they are speaking to their travel companions who are standing far away and they're screaming through the airport. No. You're inside. Use inside voices, speaking lowly.
And what about when picking up your package, Ajahn, baggage and other things?
This is also a really big complaint. When people go to the baggage carousel to pick up their luggage that they've checked in, they often go and stand right up against the baggage carousel and blocking anyone else from being able to even see if their bag is there, or if they do, they can't get to it. Usually in most airports, there's actually a colored line on the floor, and that indicates where you should stand. You're not supposed to stand right up against the carousel, and you're not supposed to take the baggage carts. You're not supposed to take those up there. So stand back. It's like at least 1 meter, so that everyone can see, everyone can get their luggage.
So, Ajahn, now we are on the ground. What are the manners in taking public transportation?
Well, when you're wanting to board a bus or a train or a subway, you also need to form an orderly single file line. And not push anyone or and try not to touch anyone, but definitely don't push. Just a single file line, and to make sure that you let the people on the bus or the subway or elevator, make sure you let them off first before you even try to get on.
Yeah.
If they can't get off, you can't get on. And also when you are in line, don't block the doors. Don't stand in front of the doors. You should always be to one side of the doors. So that when the doors open, the people can just immediately smoothly exit before you even try. Many times, when the doors open, and if someone's standing right in front of you, the person trying to exit doesn't know what to do because they're being blocked. They're being blocked and they can't get off, and it just takes more time. It takes more time.
And then what about the noises in the bus or this?
You should not have a loud conversation on public transportation. If you can speak to your friends, but in a low voice.
Can you sing?
I would recommend not singing. Definitely not playing music. If you do, listen to music, make sure you have your little buds or headphones, and also that those aren't too loud. I mean, some people can hear music coming from someone beside them, even with earbuds. It's not a disco or a club. Keep it quiet.
What else, Ajahn?
One thing that it's differs by country, but in many countries you're expected, even with a taxi, to have your money ready for like the taxi or the bus.
But sometimes you buy tickets already, so that's
right. It depends on the situation, but try to plan in advance, and if you do have to pay with actual money, like for the bus, have it ready. So you don't have to dig through your pockets.
What about bringing things on board, like foods and drinks and blah, blah, blah?
That should never be done. You should, most public transportation, they have signs and rules about no food or drinks.
No durian.
And no durian, yes. You should not bring any food or drinks.
Ajahn, what if you want to sneeze or cough then?
Well, we all sneeze and cough, but make sure that you cover your mouth if you sneeze or cough, and turn away, turn your head and cover your mouth. Don't just cough straight out. One thing that people often do if they're on a crowded bus or subway is if they have to sneeze or cough, they actually kind of sneeze or into their elbow. Prevents spreading germs.
Yeah, very hygienic.
Yes.
And even though you listen to music from your earphone, sometimes people can hear you, isn't it? If it's too loud.
Yes, it should be kept. Music should be kept low, even if you have earbuds or earphones.
And other thing, Ajahn, about your backpack and
the back. Oh yeah, this often happens. If people have a large backpack, they actually forget sometimes that they have this extra appendage, and they hit people with it. If you are wearing a large backpack, if it's a crowded bus or a subway, take it off. Take it off your back and carry it in front of you, low to the ground.
And give space to others, right? When you got in the bus, then move towards the rear.
Yes, when you first get on any kind of bus or train, move to the back so that the rest of the people behind you can get on.
And the most important thing, do not litter.
Yes.
Don't give your, the gum sheet or anything like
I
that.
hate stepping on gum. Yeah, if you brought it with you, take it with you. Don't
Okay,
leave it.
Ajahn, now about travel etiquette. We have been on the airplane, at the airport, on the public transportation. Now, what about hotel etiquette,
Yes,
Ajahn?
there's definitely hotel
In the
etiquette.
room. In the room.
In the room, you should treat all of the furniture and the fixtures with care. You should be careful. It's not your home. It's someone else's. It belongs to someone else. So, don't think, it doesn't matter if you break something because you may have to pay for it. And keep the noise down. Their neighbor, you have neighbors, don't have the television on very loud or playing music. There's the walls are very thin, and someone else may have an important business meeting the next day, so they don't want a noisy neighbor, and it would be embarrassing if the hotel has to come to your room and tell you to be quiet.
Ajahn, what about this so-called gift? Sometimes we like to take conditioner, soap and lotion, with the name of the hotel.
Right, that's fine. Those are for you to use. So you're allowed to take the shampoo and the conditioner.
But in some hotels, they charge, isn't it? You have to check first, too.
You should check. I mean, if it's in a fancy glass bottle, that's not for you to take. If it's in a small plastic bottle, that's usually intended for you. But towels,
No way.
Bathrobes, no. You will be charged. You will be charged. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good to know and to be aware of before you be charged with many items later.
Yes.
And what about housekeeping?
It's good to be polite and respectful to the people who clean your room.
Yeah.
And you don't want to, get into a big discussion with them. They're busy. They're busy. And if when they come, if you are busy with something, you can ask them to return later. But if it's at all possible, you should try to leave the room while they come and clean, if it's possible.
And keep your room in sort of a average, nice.
Right. I mean, they're the
Nice.
housekeeping at a hotel. They're not your mother. They don't want to go around picking up and, some people leave trash on the
around.
floor or just anywhere. Put it in the trash can. Put it in the trash can.
And what about the common areas and facilities, Ajahn?
Common areas like the hallway or the pool. Remember that it's not your home. It's not your home. And be quiet when walking down the hall. Some people come in late and, they blah, 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 scream while they're going down the hall. And the other guests can hear them and it wakes them up. It's just, try to be quiet, especially if you are in the hallway or someplace and it's later in the evening.
What about the elevator? Is also the things that we have to be respectful to others too, isn't it?
Again, wait for people to get off before you try to get in. And if you have bags, be careful of the bags. Try not to hit people with your bags. And don't allow children to play with buttons on the elevator.
Okay, Ajahn, I think travel etiquette today it seems like Mr. and Miss Manner.
Yes.
But it's useful to be aware of these things. And thank you very much.
Thank you all for joining us.
Culture Me.